Hey guys, it's your boy Arj and we have some exciting news now confirming exactly how and where these new ancient Saiyans from the new Dragon Ball Super movie have come from. And let me tell you right now, this is Broly all over again. But before we begin guys, if you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to enter our PS4 Pro giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ, which ends in only 7 days. Yes, 1 week, and one of you subscribers will be picked to win and revealed. So don't miss out and join the gang right now. But moving straight into the image, Toei are going ham with their advertising, it seems, already starting to hand out flyers outside cinemas in Japan. Now, I'm not sure if that's a thing over there, but yeah, pretty cool to see them starting the promotion already. But moving on to these two new flyers, the most crucial one is this one showing a shadowy figure within a block of ice. And not just any figure, but a pure-blooded Saiyan no less, as seen from his tail. But what makes this so interesting is that this appears to be how we are actually going to stumble across these new Saiyans, these ancient Saiyans, frozen in time, explaining exactly how these supposedly ancient Saiyans are so youthful in appearance, having been apparently cryogenically frozen within the ice and thus preserved. But how does Broly relate to all of this? Well, it's funny because in the second Broly film, named aptly Broly the Second Coming, Broly 2 was preserved for 7 whole years while in ice. Now don't get me wrong, I know this is not canon, but similarities here are clear. And listen to how Broly actually managed to get himself frozen, and see how easy it is to apply it to these new Saiyans as well. The film started off with a Saiyan space pod like the ones we've seen from the likes of Vegeta and Nappa before, crash landing on Earth. As you'd expect, a crater was formed and Broly, who got absolutely destroyed by Goku in the last movie, crawls out and collapses into normal Super Saiyan state before losing consciousness and going back to base. Water eventually begins to pour over him and freezes in the cold weather, which keeps on getting colder, trapping the sleeping Broly while ultimately also completely preserving his body. Now, does that not seem like a seriously plausible explanation for how these Saiyans survived also? From what we know for sure, we know that these Saiyans are most likely from planet Sadala and not planet Vegeta, and I'm talking about the one from Universe 7 guys, not 6. We know this primarily due to the fact the game releasing on side with the movie, Dragon Ball Legends, you might have heard of it, also features an ancient Saiyan, and he is clearly wearing Sadala armor. But I know what you're thinking, so why is the armor of the Saiyan we see in the movie so different? Well, I could make a whole video on this, and in fact I might have to completely exploring this, so stay tuned. But look at the image of the iced out Saiyan once again. The clothing he is wearing is purposely completely covered out, and there is no resemblance here, from the silhouette at least, to what we have seen on the Saiyan's armor, or even in fact in general the Saiyan at all. But listen here, this Saiyan from the Dragon Ball movie trailer, you know whose armor this Saiyan's armor actually resembles? The armor of the new Frieza army, the one seen from Resurrection F, the last Dragon Ball Super movie, and from Tagoma himself, the right hand man and training partner of Frieza in the movie. Now his whereabouts are a little unknown right now. He could be dead or again with Frieza training. Mostly he's not that important of a character for me to really care for to know, but I'm positive that that armor is not one of a kind. It is scary just how close it resembles the ancient Saiyan's armor. But how could that be if the Sadala Saiyans were before the enslavement of Frieza, which occurred on planet Vegeta? Well, what if it was in fact Frieza's men, who no doubt are probably creating havoc all over the universe on loads of planets, as Frieza would order them to? What if they were the ones to discover these Saiyans, or possibly even have inadvertently awoken them? Now, in my full video on this theory, I will probably delve into the possibility of Frieza purposely awakening these beasts due to his witness at the Tournament of Power, how the limits of Saiyans are just incomparable, with Goku achieving Ultra Instinct, the power of the gods and angels. and thus as a result supplies these Saiyans with Frieza armor, taking them under his wing in some way, somehow, in order to defeat Goku. But there's also the possibility that these Saiyans just quickly destroy the Frieza soldiers who are just out there making noise and destroying things, and then they take their new fancy armor. Frieza may then have caught word of this. Obviously you can keep track of these soldiers when they die, I'm sure, technology is advanced, discovers that these new Saiyans exist, and may then call Goku to come deal with it, just as he wanted Goku to deal with Jiren, hoping probably on the inside that possibly Goku dies as a result, which is a win-win situation for him, and is totally a Frieza thing to do. But when it comes to how the Saiyans arrive on this planet, which by the way is still undisclosed, it could be Earth or it could be a new planet that the Saiyans just happened to crash land on millennia ago. We know that planet Sadala in Universe 7 experienced a great civil war among Saiyans which led to its destruction, as detailed by Vegeta, and I have an entire video theorizing and explaining exactly how that went down, which I'll leave a link to down below after this video to save you the time of having to find it yourself, just in case you missed it. But what was basically said in that video was that of course in a civil war there's two sides. Two sides must have been fighting, one of which would have been the King Vegeta bloodline side, which explains why when they escaped, the planet got named after Vegeta. But it begs the question that suggests the other side, the other Saiyans who lost the war, were left to die on this planet as it exploded. And absolutely none of the Saiyans could go find a space pod to escape. Not one? Really? Not even one that was at the repair shop? Get real, the high likelihood is that at least one, if not a few Saiyans managed to escape, just as Goku, Raditz and etc. had escaped planet Vegeta before Frieza blew it up. In this scenario however, the destination of the ship was probably entered in haste to avoid being caught in the explosion. A complete throwback to when Super Saiyan Goku was trying to escape planet Namek and ended up pressing random buttons that led to him crashing on Yardrat, learning instant transmission and etc. etc. But in a similar fashion, these ancient Saiyans would crash land somewhere, and they would most likely be extremely damaged since they were just participants in a civil war just prior to this, so would have been involved in multiple battles presumably, most likely having even transformed into Zoros in the middle of it, meaning their clothes would be ripped up, thus strengthening the idea and furthering the idea that they took their new armor from Frieza's men, which they would need to do since they're basically naked after being awoken. As a result of being damaged though, just like Broly, they probably stumbled out and passed out. In a similar fashion, over time they would have got frozen over while asleep, but critically still being preserved with youth and power kept, perhaps even matured, explaining why the Saiyan in the movie trailer could somehow keep up with base form Goku. If Broly could last 7 years, then there's nothing to say that these Saiyans, these ancient Saiyans, couldn't last a lot more. But yeah guys, that was it for today's Dragon Ball Super movie news and analysis. And man, I went into some detail here, but I've got way more to talk about, especially surrounding Frieza's involvement in the movie, so stay tuned for that as it's coming very soon. But more importantly, let me know down below what you think of these Frozen Saiyans. If you think it's a little bit too much of a throwback to Broly, or do you like the idea? Let me know down below. Before you guys go though, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to enter our PS4 Pro giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ, which ends in only 1 week, 7 days, and you could be a winner. So smash that button and join the gang today. Until next video guys, cheers. By the way guys, as the competition is reaching its final stages, thought I'd just go over how this giveaway will work and how you will be contacted. First of all, it is open only to CALLMEARJ subscribers, and you must be a huge Dragon Ball fan. On the 24th of April, 1 week from now, Jesus, I sound like Future Trunks warning everyone about the androids. But yeah, in 1 week from now, from the list of subscribers I have, a subscriber will be selected at random with my discretion so that only the real fans profit from this. Obviously, it does help when I see your name down in the comments always discussing Dragon Ball, And if you win, you will be required to contact me on either YouTube, Twitter or Instagram. But in your YouTube inbox, you will also receive a message from me, the only message you'll probably ever receive from me in your inbox. So keep a lookout for that. But yeah guys, good luck and I'll see you in the next video.